Welcome to another edition of Neighborly Natalie's Making Furry Friends over at the Louisiana SPCA. We have Christian Moon here. So before we get started, I'm going to be a super geek because you all know that I'm a geek in general about everything adoption. And today, or rather this week, marks the 5th adoptiversary for my furry daughter Ginger and I. 5 years, and so let's get you folks in on the adoption frenzy. We were here last week. And so we do have a happy tale.
Yeah, so tax evasion was adopted, but we still have another friend that needs to be adopted, and that's Alaska.
Alaska, I can't believe it. She's a ham.
She's so adorable and so cute. Perfect for anybody's home. So if anybody's looking to adopt Alaska, she's still at the SPCA on Mardi Gras Boulevard. So just come by and meet her Wednesday through Saturday.
Yes, and
but woo, for a tax evasion.
No surprise on that one, because I mean, I'm not particularly the biggest cat person, but that cat stole my heart from the moment that I walked in here.
And it's the perfect name. How could you not adopt a cat that's named Tax Evasion?
Are they keeping the name or are they changing it?
I have no idea. That is the mystery.
Okay.
We'll have to follow up and ask, did you keep the name? I know online a lot of people were excited about that name. They're like, who named the cat Tax Evasion? But there are some people that's like, I would definitely adopt a cat named Tax Evasion. Yeah, so.
I mean, even if you wanted to go shorter, you could go Taxi.
You could.
Taxi.
Or just a Vasey.
Or T-E.
EV.
So many things you could do with that one.
Right.
Oh, I love it. I'm so happy for that little chunky cat. But we do have other babies to go letting you know about. So where is our first one? She keeps coming and going. She's a busybody.
We'll have to catch her. Salome! Come here, girl.
I'm going to tempt her with these, okay? Because she seems to be going absolutely
Salome,
bonkers.
come here, girl.
These are the best way to go tempting anybody. Here, I'm putting them right in front so you can see what we got here.
Oh, here she comes. She's running. Come here, girl.
That's Biggie. Come here, girlfriend.
Stopped. Come here, girl. Oh, yeah.
Yes, come on, get over here. We want to see you.
Come on, girl.
We got another one. Oh, you. Okay, come here. Come here. Come here. Wrong way. Okay.
She's looking for that. She's going for the bag.
Come here.
Come here, girl.
Come on. I'm going to hold this so you can't run off. Nope, you can't. So tell us about this girl.
So this is Salome. She's 8 years old, but you could never tell. Actually, she's an 8-year-old puppy.
She looks like 4 or 5.
Right?
She's in such fantastic shape.
Yeah, she is. She is just really, wow.
She is super
she's
energetic.
Amazing. She's amazing. She's really energetic. She is 8 years old, but 8 is not stopping her from doing anything.
She's beautiful. What's her story? Do you know?
So she has been with us for a while. She's gone through a few homes, and not of her own problems. It's just she always finds a home, and then somehow we found her back up on the street. And so what she's looking for right now.
On the street? So they just dump her?
I have no idea.
Oh my
You know, there are all circumstances. Every animal has a story, we say. But we've known her since 2022.
Okay, so we really, hey, I'm holding it so you don't leave us again. Because this is all about you, girlfriend.
Yeah, so she has been, well known throughout our shelter. But now what's most important for her is we really want to find her a home, a stable
forever.
home.
You know, this is, I think, the perfect time to go reminding folks that adoption is a forever commitment. It's not when times get tough. It's not when times get,
it's not when there's a cute puppy or,
oh my gosh, we're moving. So find a place where you can actually have a pet. Like, I have no sympathy for that. I really don't. I mean, this girl, obviously, if you have treats, she will like you. So at this point, where would her perfect home be?
Her perfect home is actually, because she's an older dog, she does have a set temperament, but she's potty trained, she's very energetic, so she would do well with kids as well. Or she would do well with somebody who just likes to go out. If you're somebody who's a runner and you want a pup who's just going to run next to you at City Park, I think she's a great addition to that. You see, she has her own little muscles. She's a little muscular. But she is a great pup. She's really sweet, and I think she would just be perfect for any home. I say any home, but I really do think so. She just had, a rough start, as they all do. Yeah. We have some pups who have rough starts.
But you know what? Here's another thing. I feel like people are like, she's 8, and they always have something to say about that. But as somebody who's been a foster fail with a senior dog, Mind you, she is not a senior in any capacity. I'd say she is in her prime.
She is in her prime.
You know, you skip out on the doggy chewing. You miss out on the having a house break, which can be annoying. You miss out on like the doggy teething. And so the older ones, I think, are just, they're so perfect because you skip out on that craziness and they're mellow. And I mean, look
you really skip out on that puppy fever. If we're being, that puppy fever totally gone.
I could do without that.
And you just have an old sweet girl who just wants somebody to care for her in her wonderful days.
Oh, I love her so much. I love her so much. I camped 3 homes, so hopefully 4th time is the charm because I mean, I don't understand why anybody would do that to this girl. In the time that I've known her, she just wants all the treats in the world.
Other than being really friendly and a great pup to just have, if you're an active person, she's not cat friendly.
Okay.
So I would not suggest that she's in a home with any cats.
But that's typical for pitties and stuff, I feel like.
For some dogs are cat friendly, some aren't. We say that the dogs who are cat friendly kind of grew up with cats and they've been adjusted, acclimated to that. But for her, she is not a cat person.
That's fine.
So if you're not a cat person, she's the perfect match for you.
Yeah, I don't think that should deter anybody. Do you know how she is with kids yet, or have you done any tests? Like,
so we don't do any tests like kid testing or with children. But if there is a family that comes in and they want to meet her, we do take those notes or write those memos down and say, hey, she did really well with other kids. But just from her temperament alone, how we've seen her interact, because we have known her for quite a while, she is really well with, she will be well with kids and also different people. So she's great if you're a person who also has a lot of people coming in and out your home.
Oh,
she does well with meeting new people
Social butterfly.
And giving them love as well. But she loves kisses, loves cuddles. She's just an overall really amazing dog.
I feel like, you know, with the whole stereotype that you hear about pits, I mean, we all know them. We all hear about them. I can tell you right now, this girl ain't it.
Oh, she's breaking those stereotypes.
And you know what? I find that that's more of the case with lots of pits and Staffordshire Bull Terriers. They are not the stereotype. They are so loyal. They love so hard. They just want to make you happy. And like, God forbid something would happen, they would fight to the death to protect the people that they love the most.
And I think with that myth, I think it applies to every dog. It's how you raise dogs and how you give them love and the attention and socialization you give them that help them grow up to be sweet, kind, and beautiful dogs like Salome right here.
I love her. So,
but if you were somebody, if you do have a pup that they just need a little extra, we do have dog training classes and we have a wonderful trainer who will help. We have reactive courses, and you can bring, if Salome was a dog who was a little reactive to other dogs, you could bring her there and they can be in a room with other reactive dogs and help them learn and adjust and, you know, curb some of those unwanted behaviors or those reactive behaviors.
That's awesome. Where can people go finding out more information about those courses?
Yeah, you just go to our website. If you go to our website, you can see pet care, and right under pet care, there has training, and Kevin does our courses. He's our manager for dog training, and he does a wonderful job. He's been with us for quite a while.
So besides Salome, of course, we have another furry friend for our feline fanatics. Who do we have this week?
We have Horizon. Horizon is a little white kitten. He's an amazing guy. I like to call him, he's a professional climber. So if you just come into his condo, he will scale you like it's nothing. He's ready to jump on you, and not in like a too aggressive way. It's just really friendly. Playful. He's like, oh, hello, a new friend. So he'll jump on you, try to climb on your back. He's just a really sweet kitten, and he's a chatterbox too. He loves to talk. So when you go in there, he meows as soon as you walk in. He's like meow and meow, and I'm like, I can't translate, but I know you're saying something good.
Oh, that's so cute, because not a lot of cats are particularly verbal.
So yeah, he's a big chatterbox. He loves to talk.
And then, okay, so this is
so you'll never get sleep with him though.
Oh, little cat. So something that's really cool, I was checking out the list of all the pets that the Louisiana SPCA has here, and I saw on the board that you actually have a chinchilla. So we're gonna go checking in with one of the employees here, Dr. Smith, who's gonna go give me the lowdown on that little furball. So cute.
So there he is.
So he's like a bunny rat squirrel thing.
Yeah. So these little guys live in the Andes Mountains in South America where it's very cold and dry. So New Orleans is not their ideal location.
face.
Yeah. But yeah, they're kind of like a guinea pig, bunny, rodent. Huh.
Squirrel
And
tail.
his favorite thing, if you want to shut that door, his favorite thing to do, really, because they like to stay. I know. I'm going to let you out. Hang on. His favorite thing to do, realistically, is to go roll around in his dust. That's how he takes a bath.
What?
Yep.
Explain that?
So they, like I said, they live in the mountains in Peru in the Andes, and so to bathe, they bathed in dust. So when you have a chinchilla, you get lava dust, and you always have a little pan for them to clean themselves off because you don't want to bathe them. Their fur is extremely dense, and if moisture gets trapped along their skin, they can get really bad fungal or bacterial infections, hard to treat. So instead of bathing them, they get dust baths, and it is their favorite thing, as you can see.
What'd you say his name is?
His name is Mochi.
How old is he?
He is 8 months old.
What tips do you have for people who would be interested in adopting this little cutie pie?
So chinchillas are social creatures, so they do like to be in pairs or small groups of 2 or 3. You want to kind of potentially have them be same sex unless you plan on having a lot or getting one of them neutered or spayed.
How many babies do they have?
They can have several, yes. Also keeping them, you want to make sure that they have access to Timothy hay because they are very, like you said, similar to rabbits. So they do eat hay, and then just a small amount of pellets, and limit the amount of fruits and veggies they get because they can get intestinal issues and sick. So mostly just their hay is the most important.
Oh my goodness.
And their teeth, just like rabbits, their teeth grow continuously. So you want to make sure he's got lots of things to chew on. Mochi has a little popsicle stick in there that's got some wood bark that he eats. So he likes to chew on all his little bark. As you can see, his little stick here, he's kind of chewed the bark off of that. It's kind of a condensed hay little stick, a little sucker. And so that's his little toy that he chews on. But that's important for chinchillas too.
How adorable was that chinchilla? How much is the adoption fee on him? Or, you know, for guinea pigs and bunnies and stuff, what do those usually range?
So they're going to range about within a $100 range.
Okay.
But usually when we have adoption events, we also, we try to, like, you can talk to our team. They might lower the price, or they might offer discounts, but usually they're in the $100 range.
Okay, and getting back to her, you mentioned that her adoption fee was sponsored.
Yes.
Okay, what does that mean?
So she's only $25, so it's not that big of a cost.
That's a steal.
But her adoption fee is covered by Gray Muzzle Grant, to be exact. And they work with a few different shelters nationally to provide care for senior pups.
Oh, I love that so much. We have to get senior pups in a forever home, especially this girl. Oh, I love her. And then we also have another topic to go talking to you about. You mentioned the importance. I think anybody who is an animal advocate will preach about this nonstop, the importance of getting your pet spayed or neutered. So take it away on this one.
So spay neuter is so important, not for only our shelter at the Louisiana SPCA, but for other shelters within our region, because it's stopping overpopulation. By spay neuter your pet, you think, oh, I don't let my pet outside, so it doesn't need to be spayed or neutered. Well, all it takes is for your pup to get outside and interact with any of its other community friends, and there you go, you become a grandparent. So now you have an unwanted litter. And also, the benefits of spay neutering your pet is it's stopping those aggressive behaviors. So roaming as well. So if you do let your pet, if you're a person who lets your pet outside, you're like, hey, go outside, use the restroom, come on back. Some pets roam and then they get lost and they never find their way back home.
I didn't know that had anything to do with it.
Yeah, so roaming is it's a thing that is associated with unfixed pups or unfixed animals. Also, it extends their lifespan by 3 to 5 years. So if you want your pup or your kitten or cat to live a little longer, get them spayed and neutered.
Being that it's so important to go getting pets spayed and neutered, do you want to talk about the services that the Louisiana SPCA offers to go making that possible and fairly affordable too?
Just in 2025, we did over 6,000 spay and neuter surgeries through our community clinic. So our community clinic is a high volume spay neutering hub. So if you want to take advantage of our wonderful community clinic who's been in the community for more than 130 years, we do have same day drop off and pick up appointments. And we also, each of our vets are very in detail. As you talk to Dr. Smith about
She's
the
amazing.
Chinchilla, we give you a list of the full procedure, everything, and we walk you through that and kind of tell you how to take care of your pet after that procedure, making sure you're not giving them a bath, making sure you're checking their tattoo, keeping them dry. If you see anything where that incision might have opened, let us know, call us immediately. That way we can close that up. That way it doesn't get an infection. But we make sure to walk you through that entire process, start to finish. That way your pet stays happy and healthy, and that surgery is
successful and helps further to control the animal population. I feel like anybody who sets foot in like any rescue or shelter, you see all the pets that are looking for forever homes, and it just is baffling why somebody would not go choosing to get a pet spay or neuter.
I think that's the really great thing about spay and neutering, because as Louisiana SPCA, other shelters, we face overpopulation, and also we're always at capacity. And so we're always, as an open admission shelter, we're always taking animals in. But we have so many animals, and we always want them to have the best outcomes. So when it comes to the warmer months, where we're getting all these kittens and puppies, we want to make sure they're healthy, they get into great homes. We also want to kind of stop the overpopulation. So making sure we're not getting all those intakes and flooding our teams and flooding the community. And so that's why spay and neutering your pet is so important.
And the Louisiana SPCA mentioned us last week that you folks are regularly at max capacity, and so by not spaying or neutering a pet, you're just increasing the chances of you guys just being mind blown and just overwhelmed with the pets that are in need of help. But
we always say with the pets that we have at the shelter, always come and volunteer, donate, that way we can take care of them. And also for our, as we were talking just about cats, for our feral friends out there, we do have a spay and neutering program just for them. It's our TNR program. It's trap, neuter, and return. And so if you want to help out the community cats in your area, making sure they're not getting any diseases, they're staying healthy, and they're not having those litters, you can reach out to us. We do provide traps, or we do partner with other community partners to go out and they trap the cats and they bring them here, and then we spay and neuter them and return them back to the community.
So awesome.
And also vaccinate them as
well. That
was
kind of the deal with Jane Austen, right? You guys did that, and and all that. But let's see.
And we turned her back to the community.
Yes. So you may come across her out in the wild, but let's see if we could get our girl back over here to before we go piecing out. As always, come here. You want another cookie? She'll come for cookies. Take note. For anybody considering her, yes, come back. We want to see, you gotta come back. Come on. Come on.
Yes, I see you, lady. Come on up.
Come on. Oh, she's gonna do her little roundabout. Come on, over here. Come over here. You gotta do a little work. All right. Well, here, I'll move over. Well, thank you so much for letting us come by once again for another edition of Neighborly Natalie's Furry Friends over at the Louisiana SPCA. We got babies galore looking for forever homes, and definitely if you're looking for a sweet pitty, this girl is for you. Don't go anywhere. We have more Neighborly Natalie up next, and specifically, What Up NOLA? Welcome back to Neighborly Natalie. I'm your host, Natalie Parsons, and this segment is What Up NOLA. It is a fun, interactive segment where you, the viewer, gets to control the direction of the conversation and the topics that we go talking about. Basically, the way that you can go getting involved, between Wednesday and Friday, I go posting something like this on my social media pages, specifically Facebook, Twitter, X, and then also Instagram, saying that submissions are now open and you can go sounding off on various topics, asking a question, or honestly say anything that you want that is obviously appropriate. And then submissions usually go ending at some point on Saturday. Initially it was about 5 p.m. on Saturday, but I kind of have made it a little bit earlier so I have more time to go through your submissions. But overall, I love hearing from you. The more the merrier, the more fun the topics. So let's get right to it for this week's episode. Moving on. Okay, so I was out and about on my work weekend, particularly at Rouse's off of Tchoupitoulas, and I just so happened to look up into the sky, and there was this absolutely beautiful rainbow. I mean, is this not beautiful? And so I ended up actually posting it to my social media, and Robert Smith actually said, "Did you find a pot of gold, Natalie?" Unfortunately, I did not catch a pot of gold. I think it's actually a little bit too early for the leprechauns to be running around and causing a little bit of a commotion, although we are in St. Patrick's season, being that this is March, but I did not get fortunate enough of getting the pot of gold. But being that we are talking about rainbows, I figured that it would be nice to go give you a little bit more information as to why we go seeing rainbows in the sky. So let's take a look at this other graphic for you. That's gonna go having more information about rainbow ingredients, so you can understand exactly why we see this beautiful, colorful phenomenon in the sky. So first, the viewer is gonna need to be between the sun and the rain. That's gonna be ingredient number 1. And then ingredient number 2, it must be within a few hours of sunrise or sunset, which is actually kind of interesting. I would say I saw that rainbow probably a few hours within sunset, more so maybe around like 4 p.m. or so. So very close to that one. And then number 3 is gonna be the rainbow will appear at the point opposite of the sun. And then the next ingredient is going to be larger raindrops often go creating brighter bands for the rainbow. So I think it's fair to go saying that the particular rainbow that I saw and that I actually went sharing with you folks was probably bigger band of raindrops, because this is pretty vibrant and you can't go missing that. And I was almost wondering if there was going to be a double rainbow somewhere in the mix, because sometimes when you see very, very vibrant colors, I feel like the chances of seeing a double rainbow is even that much greater. I did not see anything on the other side, but any chance to go seeing a rainbow, I am all about. This is absolutely beautiful to me. So thank you so much, Robert Smith, for sending me this question. Moving on to the next one is a new friend who's definitely enjoying being involved in the conversation. This is Bladen, and he goes asking me, what's the biggest difference between the weather in NOLA and then Eastern North Carolina? So I started out forecasting in North Carolina along the coastal areas in Greenville. I basically got a very good handle on the weather. I feel like North Carolina is a bit more textbook and more predictable and doesn't really throw you as many curveballs, and there's a lot more like tracking involved. Like you could see storm systems from the mountains moving closer and closer into your area, passing through the Triad, then getting into Eastern North Carolina. It was just kind of more predictable. Whereas here, I feel like even though I've been here for almost about a year, I am still learning a lot about the trends here and just what is typical and what is normal, because I feel like NOLA just kind of plays by its own rules in more ways than one. But I will say that here is definitely more challenging to forecast in as opposed to North Carolina, but I am open to the challenge and I don't mind it, because I think that for a first job, being in North Carolina was a good opportunity because it got me the opportunity to get my feet wet and really get a handle on like the basics. And here I'm getting to advance my skills, getting to learn how to forecast different scenarios and learn more about trends. And I'm open to a challenge and I'm totally cool with it and I don't mind it. And once again, I love this area. So I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be moving back to North Carolina anytime soon. I'm totally cool with here and I like the weather trends overall here. And then this next question is coming out from Randy, another weather question or weather related question. He's asking, you never get a day off or the severe weather only happens on your shift. Miss these updates in Eastern North Carolina. You know, it's actually really funny because I had the joke when I lived in North Carolina that the severe weather always happened on the weekends there too, because I was working that shift. And sometimes I feel like that's the same exact trend here, and it's rather comical. But I am a little bitter about this past weekend because, listen, there's certain things that I really, really appreciate, and we're going to talk about it. I love UFC. I grew up with a Papa Bear who was very much into boxing and wrestling and UFC and all that stuff, and so I naturally love that stuff too. When I was really, really young in like middle school, I went with my dad and my brother to some high school championship up in Syracuse, New York. And I was pretty young, but I was already like super into that realm. And this past Saturday, there was a fight night in the UFC realm. I first heard about it like weeks ago, and I was like, yes, like, you know, I should be able to get out on time. I can go catch up on the fights, particularly at 2 places that I started hearing about. I have yet to go to this one other place. It's called Loft 18. It's located off Metairie Road. It looks like a super cool place to go watching any sort of sporting event. And then there's another place called the Swamp Room, located off of Veteran Memorial Boulevard. And I was like, yes, maybe I can go check it out. Sure enough, Mother Nature swooped in and was like, nope, not happening. And then something else, I really wanted to go to church this morning, but if I get off really, really late, that's not gonna happen. And I found a church that I really, really like, so I was like, oh, maybe I can make it to church every single weekend during this Lenten season. Kind of makes it a little bit more special. No, Mother Nature decided to swoop on in, so I think I'm gonna have a talk with Mother Nature and tell her to lay off on fight nights and also lay off on anything that involves me getting my holy on. Thank you very much. But I do not work all the time, Randy. But severe weather definitely seems to like me because, once again, weekends rocking the severe weather trend. But it's another area for me to go growing in, so I'm not complaining. But cool question. Funny how you noticed that even over time. So this was a lot of fun. As always, I would like to get a little bit more participation. I have been noticing that if you folks don't go responding to me on Facebook, Twitter, X, or Instagram to my posting, on Saturdays, after the 6 p.m. newscast, I do a Facebook Live and see if I can maybe get some questions out of you. So we'll see what we can go working with next week, because this segment only works when you go hanging out with me and you go giving me your questions. So we'll see what we can do next week. And as always, this is Neighborly Natalie. I'll see you next week.